Hey everyone, it is Havo High here bringing you another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. We're going to be talking about JP, or really the future of Global as well, and with the new news of the new Extreme Z Awakening for OG Lead Broly. This was not a surprise, but still a surprise that's coming out so quickly. And this information was found out through the main Twitter website for Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, the JP site there. So this information was just posted, and yeah, we're getting the Extreme Z for Broly, and I want to have this discussion video and kind of a discussion analysis video on basically what's to come, because Dokkan, there's a lot of patterns that come with Dokkan, and the pattern is basically off of this type advantage wheel and this color scheme of agility, strength, physical, intelligence, and tech. So with this pattern, comes really what's probably going to happen with the Extreme Z Awakening and what's to come in the future. And that's these remaining cards that what we considered, what we call OG leads, original God leads. And these cards, all 5 of these cards have +3 to key for their particular type advantage and 3,000 flat up attack. So this was a flat increase of their stats versus a percentage increase is what we see now these days. And they're making these cards more viable because these were, way back when in year 1. JP is now coming upon its 3rd year anniversary. And not only that these were the original God leads, there's actually one more OG lead that we always typically forget, and that is the Rainbow OG lead, and that is Super Strength Gogeta, and that card is still viable today because of its passive. Now, these now 6 cards, once again, this pattern that is showing up here with AGL, Super Saiyan 3 Goku having the first Extreme Z Awakening, now with Broly, I'm probably gonna guess that it's gonna go around the wheel, around the circle here. So starting with AGL, going to Strength, and guess what? I think the next one's gonna be physical types. So here's my predictions. Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku, or not Angel Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the AGL Goku, it came out in November, and now Broly, the information is it's going to be coming out in December, or late December, so New Year's, Christmas time. I can foresee that Full Power Frieza will come out in January, Ultimate Gohan in February, Cell in March, and then Gogeta in April. And this is just, once again, using the pattern that I just talked about in saying that it's going to follow the wheel, right, the type advantage here, and we're seeing that's coming out every single month. Now, of course, this is just predictions, because of the 3-year anniversary in the end of July, beginning of February. That might derail Extreme Z Awakening, or they might even fast forward some of these awakenings here. So what is Extreme Z Awakening? Well, let's talk a little bit about that and what it's actually doing to these cards and what the future of these cards are going to look like. So the OG lead, once again, +3 to key and 3,000 attack, is going to turn into, I'm going to start calling them Extreme Z God leads, because they turn into what the current God leads are in +3 to key, HP, attack, and defense 70%. So let's even look at a closer look at what's happening, what happened to these cards here. So the AGL, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he went from AGL type key +3, 3,000, your 3,000 OG leads there, to the current God lead stats of +3 HP attack and defense 70%, which is very, very surprising. Now it's hard to do this because the Extreme Z Awakening event, you have to have the units to actually do it, and you're increasing this unit to 120 to level 140, and they get a massive boost. So their leader skill, incredible, and if you look at their passive skill, not only that the attack increased from 100 to 120, but he also ended up getting a 70% defensive boost there. If you look at over here on the other end, and what's probably going to happen with Super Saiyan Broly here, he's going to probably turn into the same thing. The type key advantage is going to go into the 70% range. But the question is, because he is a AOE type of individual, is will they change that dynamic, right? Which I don't think they will, because they're going to kind of make this a budget LR Broly, and his passive skill, which is +7,000, and LR Broly is a lot more than that, and the reduction isn't to 0, but it's a big reduction on there. What are they going to do with the passive? So it's going to have to be a little bit weaker than LR Broly. So, but remember, not only that the leader skill and the passives are going to change, but the stats are going to change dramatically as well. So as you can see here with the Extreme Z Awakening, when you max out Super Saiyan 3 Agility Goku now, comparing the HP attack and defense to what it was maxed out from the non-Z Awakening, you're looking at from 15,940 to 18,967, so from 16,000 to 19,000. Same thing with the attack, and then with the defense going from 12,000 to 13,000. Well, look at Broly. Broly's almost at 17,000, 16,800 on both HP and attack. Are they going to be over 20,000 now when you fully max out this character here? Man, it's going to be a really great unit. And then of course the continuously upgrading the rest of the units. If I was global right now, and I am in global, but if I was a global player, I would stack up these original God leads when they come out on banners, and that's probably what they're trying to do, is revive these characters in banners. And if you pull them, you're like, oh, you won't be disappointed. You'd be like, wow, yeah, I can't wait for Extreme Z Awakening to happen, because like I mentioned before, the OG leads have turned into current God leads. So here's another prediction. So kind of once again matching these cards up here, is that, well, after the OG leads turn into the Z God leads, the Z Awakened God leads, then what's going to happen to the God leads? Well, I would think that the God leads are going to then have a Extreme Z Awakening, and they're going to kind of do a whole thing on this in 2018, and maybe bump them to what LR status is now, which HP attack and defense 90%. Who knows? But this is a prediction, and will they then increase the LRs and upgrade them? So they're opening up definitely a Pandora's box on here, because if I were to pull, kind of going back to this page here, if I were to pull a current God lead right now, I'd be like, well, I'm fine pulling an OG lead and just Z Awakening them and bumping them up, and not have to really go too hard for God leads. But hey, coming up pretty soon on the 3-year anniversary, I'm sure the red stone's going to return for the OG leads, and of course the blue stone, you can get any current God lead as well. So with those two stones, I'm thinking they are going to upgrade probably the God leads in the future. And like I said, this is a prediction. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and got some information from this video on the news of Broly, the OG Broly Z Awakening, Extreme Z Awakening. And if you are new to this channel, of course, if you are new, of course, like, subscribe, and comment below. Love to hear your thoughts and what's going to happen. Do you agree with my predictions? Do you not agree with my predictions? And also, of course, keep on Dokoning. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you next time.